Hi all, welcome to day 34 of our 100 days of DevOps journey. So we have learned about multiple uh, Docker concepts earlier in past. Here, if we can see, there are some videos that have been added to like Docker networking and all of them. So you can refer to this particular uh, series. Okay, and apart from that, there are multiple different as we are moving toward the microservices. Containers are the best possible solutions that we have. Okay, best possible solutions that we have available with us. So here what we are going to do. So if since we are using so many of the containerized services, okay, there are multiple things like did you know that a single insecure Docker image can expose your entire cloud environment, okay, cloud environment to hackers. So in this video we are securing the containers, like what are the steps to secure a container with real-time demos and all that. So let's get started with it. So first of all, what I'll do, I'll create a simple application, simple Python application that will upload and download container images, upload and download files to S3 bucket. Okay, not the container images. I already have. Okay, let me just create a application. I'll create a new function. We have created Docker runner, create S3 bucket file manager. Okay, so this would be our application. As of now, it is blank. I'll just quickly create a git init. Okay, let's move ahead with this. I already have created an application, so I'll just copy paste everything over here. Okay, let's create touch app.py. So we are using Flask module over here. Okay, Flask for our application and a simple HTML CSS script. Okay, app.py. Then we have config.py. So it will. I'll just show you what actually we have available with us. Templates. In templates, we'll create like index.html, login.html. Okay, login.html, and what we have dashboard. Okay, dashboard.html. That's it. And some we'll also need some kind of static files like S3 bucket, CSV files, and some images. So we'll not add images over here, just some CSS. Okay, and yeah, obviously it is a Python application, then we'll need requirements .txt. Yeah. So everything. Okay, now let me just first of all config.py. Okay, replace this with random. So I'm just adding it over. AP South one bucket name will create later on. Okay, this is what I'm just hurry. Database, yeah, database will also be needing debug flag allowed host. Oh my god, there are a lot of things. Okay, I'll just use all of it for now. The database URL sqlite.db. Okay, no worries. And now it comes the app.py. I'll just add this created config.py. Okay, created. Make like here, if I'm using these steps, so that it is very important to make the commits granular. Suppose if you have to change anything, you can just revert the file which is already being used. Okay, so you can create app.py. You can add multiple things over here, but I'm just adding some of. So we are using database. I don't know if in this we are using any. Okay, dashboard file download. Let me just create other things as well. App.py is created. Now login. This is, if you want to see how this particular thing is going to look, dashboard. Let me just login.html. This thing is also done now. Dashboard. Okay. I think two of the files got created. Anyway, you can check it. Like, hmm, requirements.txt is blank. I'll just add. I have uploaded like, okay. And now requirements.txt. I'm just using very two of the very simple two of the very simple applications. Like we have the uh, Flask and Boto 3. Okay. Flask and Boto 3 are, since we are using AWS, then these two are the most important. So going back to created requirements. Okay. Style. Yeah, there is one more thing that I haven't done in static templates. Head. Okay. Let's see how it is going to look. Uh, 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 I think we need to open it with. Okay, it is looking very bad. Dashboard. Okay, not to worry about it. Hmm. Okay, that is fine. For now, anyway, we don't have anything to do with this one. Okay, now we'll just do pip install. Okay, I think I already have installed it. Python app.py. Okay, Python 3. Let me first containerize it. Okay, so I also want to hub docker.com. So here, if you can see, if I go to Python, okay, so this is our best practice number one. Okay, what is it? Like here, if you can see, there are multiple tags available. Okay, these are multiple tags: bookworm, then slim bookworm, slim. Okay, then latest is also a tag. If I just go to tags, here you can find multiple things, and here you can find different type, like what is the size of that particular container image. Okay, so here 18 MB. Okay, that is fine. Alpine is a very lightweight version, so Alpine, slim, so these are very lightweight container images. So it is if you have a very if you have already done all the experimentation and everything, so it is recommended to use these lightweight container images, so it will make your deployment process very easy, very fast. Okay, now let's just go. Everything is in Alpine. Let me just search 3.14. 3.14 we have Alpine. Yeah, here you can see, okay, Windows Server core. So how much size it is? It is around 3 GB. Okay, 3. This is 2 GB. The Windows Server. Different types of container image have different kinds of different what we can say size. Here we have RC. So this is also for Linux. It is 300 MB, and for Windows it is 3 GB. So that's how you need to select your container image. Then slim bookworm is like this. Slim has another one. Bullseye has the like multiple dependencies that are pre-packed. So to make things secure in your container environment, it is recommended to have like everything that only keep those things that are necessary, that must needed. Okay, not everything that is needed. Okay, so that is the most important part here. Otherwise your container image will have, here you can also see the vulnerabilities, some high vulnerabilities are there. If I go back to like Alpine version, okay, so here none found, none found. Okay, Alpine version very lightweight, no vulnerability is found as of now, but we'll also integrate some of the vulnerability setting, some of the settings over here. Then here none found, none found. Here if we go, one vulnerability is detected. Here if you can see this before, so 9 vulnerabilities, and so here you can find the number of versions. So select which is very suitable for you. Okay, for now like 3.12 slim. I'm just going to 3.12 slim. Okay, so here you can find there are multiple vulnerabilities available. Okay, 1 5 30, but it is okay, it is fine. So that's how you can check your each of the vulnerabilities which are being used. So I'm just creating a container image over here. Mm, 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 mm. Docker file, let's say slim. Okay, Docker file dot slim. Oh, this Docker file is also, oh, it should be here. Let's just build Docker build hyphen t uh, s3 file manager 0.1. Okay, and I'm using Docker file slim as my file and current location. So it will take some time, it will download all the steps, okay, all the container requirement. So I don't have this particular version available in my system, so it is pulling from it, so pulling from the Docker hub. Yeah, this particular is available. So what I'll do, I'll, before building it, I'll just, I'll also show you one more thing that is required for this. It is being pulled and the container image is getting built. Okay, since we already have Docker images, let's just see a lot of Docker images I have. Let me just clean it a little bit. Here also you can do something, images prune hyphen f. Okay, images. There is filter all digest Docker image. There is something RMI for image. There is this command that Docker builder context image. Oh, okay, Docker image prune and prune. Yeah, Docker images. Okay, Docker. You can create your own command like this. Docker image. Lots and lots of container. Okay, so only running containers are available over here. That is great actually. All other things are deleted. And if we, okay, image is, our image is currently built. Images. So here it is around 130 MB. Okay, this container image is 130 MB. You can find the compressed size is this 44 MB. Okay, the actual size is 30. We'll also see in future like how what is the compressed size means and what is this. Okay, so and what is the current size. Okay, let's say S3. Huh? Docker images. Let me just check. Uh, 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 Excel merger, Streamlit, that the container didn't get built. Successfully tagged. That is tagged. Let me just check. Docker images. change it. Not sure what happened over here. Oh, okay, I have deleted it. Okay, in prune I have deleted it. So let's just get it built once again. Okay, so here you can find S3 bucket. Okay, so it is okay, nothing much over here. Python slim. This is the slim one. Okay, 124, and here. So here you can see like how much of the size has increased just by installing, adding some of the files and installing these. Okay, let's just run this container. Docker run hyphen it. Let's run hyphen it. Okay. Name. Name is also not required. I'm just going to start it like this. Hyphen p. We specified any of the port. Let's just see if it will run or not. Okay, it is running on 5000. I don't know if I don't think this would run as of now because we haven't exposed the port. Hmm. Hyphen p 5000 to 5000. Still not reaching. I know what is the issue because we have not provided the host. Okay, allowed to run from all. Just a moment. I just need to add a few things over here. So app.run host should be 0.0.0.0. Mm, mm, host port. Yeah. Now I think it is ready to run. We need to rebuild the container image. Okay, it is built. Now you can see another IP has been added. Okay, if you want to check what IP is this, you can directly check it over here. Like I'll just go Docker ps. This is the container. This is the container IP. Docker exec hyphen it. So here we'll see what we have. Okay, so as of now, if you have used Linux a little, so that root is the supreme user. Okay, super user that has all the access in the Linux environment. So this is the first vulnerability in Docker environment. This is the first weakness. Okay, anyone can run your container image and can easily log into root account. Okay, so this is a very bad thing over here. And now if I want to check any of if config, so it is not available. So apk add, no, I think apt get install net tools. Let's say first apt get update. There is one more command, ip adder. IP command is also not available. Okay, now it is installing net tools if config. So here you can find the container image. Okay, this is the container IP. Okay, and we are now able to access it. So okay, so now login name is also being used. So if we go directly to your admin and password, I'll just copy it and paste it. So you can see how anyone can go into this. Okay, this file. So as of now we haven't integrated it with S3 bucket. Okay, so it is failing currently. Okay, so suppose in container, if I have to check, okay, I have all the files. I in fact have the Docker file. Okay, so cat Docker file, you can find everything. Okay, which file has which permissions and everything. So how can we fix it? Environment, then we have this buffered and so many. As of now it is something unguarded gold storage or jewelry storage. You can just swoop in and find anything that you like. Okay, then cat config.py. Okay, in config.py we have defined our variables. Okay, this access key, secret key. Okay, suppose if someone wants to access it. Okay, if someone wants to uh, get your file, so this anyone, if anyone can exec in your container image. Okay, so it will like it can any hacker can just go into your container image and find everything that is required. Okay, so that is not a very good thing that we should do over here. So what we can do to protect it, first of all, so first thing is use the lightweight container image. Okay, I'll just spell it, write it over here. Okay, first thing is, I'll just make it a little bigger. Docker container, or you can say container security best practices. Container security best practices. Okay, so first one, what is the first one is, you should not let me see, use lightweight base image. Okay, base image. Okay, so that is part one. Second, do not like change the user. So how can we do that? I'll just show you here in Docker file. First of all, I don't want this Docker file to be inside my application. Okay, inside my Docker container. So what I can do, I can add this Docker file star. Okay, I want it. Not Docker ignore. Like we add git ignore, we can use Docker ignore. So what does it do? It just uh, blocks all the Docker file to get inside my container. I'm just closing this, closing this. Okay, everything is closed. And so if you have used a little bit of what we can say Linux, okay, you will know like any other user would work. No work directory app, that is fine. What we'll do, we'll just run uh, add group. Okay, these are the Linux command, basic Linux command that you should know about, like for file management. Add group. Okay, and add user app user app group. Okay, that is fine. App group. Okay, what we have done, we have added a group, app group. Okay, and in that group we have created a user, app user, which is in this particular group. Okay, this is a basic Linux command, you can know anywhere. Okay, now moving forward, what we'll do, work directory app, switch to non-root user, app user, that is fine. Okay, and this particular user has only, what I'll do, I don't want it to read my files. Okay, I don't want any of these files to be read. Pip install, copy everything. What I'll do, chmod r, only want like plus x. Okay, only want execute access. I don't want this user to read any of my container image. No, I'm just going to 1.0 or 1.1 because first we have to build it. Okay, 1.1, this is our container image. uh, uh, Add user group, add an existing, oh okay, yes, oh okay, here it is fine. Here we just have to hyphen s and hyphen s hyphen g. Okay, applet update, so the system user and in group. Now it is getting built. So here I just provided the significance of this particular command is, I just provided hyphen r is for recursive access for all the files inside the slash app container. Okay, slash app folder, and it only provides user, only the user to right to execute this. Okay, so we'll see in some time once the container image is built, then we'll see. Okay, it is error, could not install package. Let me just check it. What, I think there is something wrong with the access. I think the ownership is not correct, right? This we have provided the access, but not. Mm, mm, mm. Shall we install the packages as root? Let's install everything as root first. So here first we'll install everything as root, or okay, we can one more. We can do here one more thing. As of now, this it is the path error. Let's first try this. I think this will solve everything. Pip install. Hmm. Operation not permitted since the ownership is not with the user. Okay, non-existent. What is happening? The issue is due to the ownership only because we have created the container image run. We also need to provide access. All user before switching to this user. TIR app is okay. It is fine. I'll just TIR I have configured and switch to app. Yeah. Also need to add before running to this. Git is also getting one. Okay, copied. Where is Docker ignore? I don't want .git. Why is Git required over there? Okay, let's just build it. Okay, app.py. So let's move toward the next part. Till now, what we have done? Till now, we have encrypted this particular user, right? Mm-mm-mm. Is there some change? Let me just check. Okay, there is no change. So what we have done? We have removed the non what we can say root user. Okay, we have provided a non-root user to this particular application. There is one more layer that we can use over here, like let me just docker ps. Okay, it is restarting. Okay, that is different one. Okay, I think let's just see what changes have we made. Something was wrong with the sequence, so I have corrected it. Okay, add group, add user, copy requirement, everything here. Then ownership. Okay, so I have like removed that ch root command. Okay, now it is built successfully. Let's just run it and let's see what will happen. Okay, it is running. Let me just docker ps. This is the container. This is the container image, container id. Docker exec. Let's do bash. I don't know if bash is even allowed in this. It should not be. Okay, app user. Now you can see app user. Okay, I'll just run ls. Oh, okay, but we have the ownership. The user has the ownership. Right now, if you can see, we do not have any of the. Like, my God, there are a lot of container. Docker container run -f. Let's see. Okay, so all of the dormant containers have been deleted. Now moving toward like Docker images, also images. I think run -f. A lot of. Oh no, my image would also get deleted. Okay, that is fine. We can create any time. Okay, so this is available. So we have ran this one. Okay, let me just quickly restart the container. Okay, this is the container and we have provided it. Okay, it is running as of now. So earlier we have tried to like docker exec -it s3 file manager bash. Okay, so by default we are logging into app user. Okay, and sudo we cannot do. I mean, sudo is not installed in the container, so we cannot su root. So it requires a password. I don't think. Let's see. Okay, authentication failure. So it is not allowing to access it. Now moving toward, there is one more thing that you can do. Exec -u root. So this method is also something. Okay, so it provides the root access. So how can we block this? Okay, so there is .git is not available. .docker ignore. Why is it even here? I need to add this one as well. I don't want anything to unnecessary to be inside this. Okay, let's just see cat app.py. We are still able to see it. Okay, no worries. I can delete docker ignore u plus x. Okay, I just want this. For now, I'll just build a container image. Build successful. Run. Let me just create a name for it. S3 file manager. Okay, we'll use this container name. if you can see docker ps s3 file manager is currently running. Okay, docker exec bash ls ls-a. Okay, docker file cat app. Still I think the ownership overrides the chmod. Also one catch over here, like we can provide here if we are using this app user. Okay, so either we can keep the either we can keep the root access. Okay, but yeah, we have let's just say echo. First of all, let me just cat config.py. So as of now, if I just want to update it, okay, apt update command not found. Okay, apt, okay, apt update. Okay, permission denied. So nothing can be like installed in it. Okay, we just have to or we can just run it anything. Okay, at config.py, and here if I want to check echo, either we can keep the root access or we can completely like we can remove the root access, or we can provide a restricted access. That is also a way in which we can provide the access. Suppose there is we are using this app user. Okay, user app user if we are providing. So for that there is a method. So either we can do it in runtime or where. So this key is not, but I'm still able to access it. So this is the user thing. Okay, we have secured at least one layer. Do not use root user. Okay, change the user or do not use root user. So what yeah, we have added it here. Okay, run app user. There is this command prevents like this. If we are using non-root user, it cannot any install any of the new functionalities and everything. Now still our code is what we can say exposed. Okay, this code can be copied, paste, and used it anywhere. Okay, so next step would be like how. So as of now we have created this. Okay, but there is one more way in runtime what we can do. I'm just removing it. You can just like name, you can just provide user app user. Okay, and yeah, let's see if it will run. Yeah, it is running. And let's try again. It is going to, we can dispose of it, how we can encrypt the code. Okay, that I'll tell later. Let me just add one thing. So let's try if it will work. So what we can do, we can just add some variable over here. Let's build docker compose build. Where is it? Docker build hyphen t s3 1.3 hyphen f docker file dot. Okay, no password has been supplied. Yeah, no password has been supplied. So we can provide it as build arg. For now I'm just keeping it like this. Password. Okay, still it is not running. Let me just do one thing. Export root password equal to, okay, I'm keeping it as my build password. Okay, no worries. Anyway, we should not I'm also not finding any solution over here, but it is not recommended to add root password over here, so we'll just skip this for now. Let's move toward the next part. Okay, so we have configured the non-root user. Okay, if anyone must use root user, then uh, uh, that can also be done. There is one method though in which we can disable the root user. So in that, what we can use, there is we can restrict in Kubernetes and OpenShift. We have configured that. With the gatekeeper, there is pod security policy and gatekeeper that we can set up so that no one can like uh, get into the root user. Okay. There is one thing though we can find uh, this thing. Yeah, so we can provide read only method. Let me just remove everything. Okay, Python IT name. Okay, we have tempfs and file manager 1.2. Let's see if it will run. Okay, it is running, and we have created a temporary file system, so it should not. It's, again, it is aligned. I'm not sure. Let me just check it. So anyway, we have this one. We can like disable password. We don't need non-privileged security option. There is one more thing that we can add. Like we already have used this option. Still, I think the root user would work, but okay. So as you can see, we have discussed something related to this in our one of the mm, video where we have discussed about VM versus containerization. I think it is a very initial video of Docker. Okay, so here you can check. So anyway, container is not very secure. We have to apply multiple layers of security in this. Okay, and there are some of the tools that in Kubernetes we have gatekeeper in OpenShift, so they prevents like root login. Okay, so these are some of the things that we need to work on. So uh, this is the first layer of security. Now moving toward the second layer. So second layer, how can we check? Oh, I don't think I have Trivy installed. Okay, let me install Trivy. I'm just using this for now. So Trivy, what is Trivy? Trivy is a very essential, a very versatile tool for container security or source code security. Over here, vulnerability management tool. Okay, this is vulnerability management tool. You can use it. You can find it anywhere. Okay, trivy.dev. There are multiple tools as well. So what does this tool do? This tool is capable of yeah, this is Aqua Trivy. Okay, this tool is capable of we have choose we have switched to non-root user. Then one more thing. Suppose first of all, let me just start my with lab. Okay, we have the sandbox is getting started. So till the time we'll just dig into DB. So it is a security scanner. Okay, and there is one more thing. Suppose I might not have published this one. Publish my recent repository. So I'll just pip3 TruffleHog Python 3 TruffleHog. TruffleHog is a command line. Oh, unable to find. If you wish to install non-living, if you wish to install non-living package, what is it saying? Risk your Python installation or OS bypassing break system. Let's break the system. I can anyway like install TruffleHog. Okay, successfully installed with Python. Okay, why is it not running? Let's just install it from repo itself as a Debian package. So here you can see like which commit has which file. So here let me just create S3 file manager. Okay, I'm creating this. Okay, this we have created. For now, I'm just keeping it. It is already initialized, so I'm not initializing it. Hmm. Okay, we just have to copy this, go here, paste this. Okay, that is fine. Then okay, so we have our code pushed to the container, to the repository. Okay, everything is over here. So there is one thing. Let me just add it. I don't know if we don't have Docker ignore over here. So what I'll do, I'll oh, yeah, we can run it as Docker as well. Okay, that is fine. Docker binary download and unpack from release installation script. Create a file, just a new file. Okay. For now, I think this one is much easier. You need the following tool to verify signature. Yeah, Cosign is also one of the tool that we are going to explore in this. Okay, it is a Go tool. Oh, that is fine. TruffleHog cd dot 3. TruffleHog. Why is it not running? Sudo app. So Go is not installed. TruffleHog. TruffleHog is one of the tool that sudo app install gcc. We have our access key secret key available. Hmm. Git ignore. I think we haven't added over here. So I'm just creating it. Okay. What was the code over here? AWS access key. Let me just .env file we are adding over here. Then access key id. Yeah, this is access key id. Oh, okay. Secret key id us. We want ap south. Okay. Bucket name my st bucket would be like just second and it will be completed. Unknown directive tool chain. Oh my god, so many things. Let me just go to. It is also not working. Using the installation script via checksum requires cosign installed. Clone is not working. Installation. Okay, not. Oh my god. Well, this is the power of AI. If you are not using it correctly, then you will be replaced by it. I don't know, so many things. We are not going for the checksum part. Let's see. It will take some time to install. In the meanwhile, I don't think I'm even going to need any of this. Public read AWS buckets standard. Oh my, I'm just I'm just checking it how many different things. Okay, so this is a lot. Okay, there are a lot of variables. Yes, removing I think access URL till access URL it is fine. Access URL and endpoint are both the same. Yeah, they are both the same. Okay, so okay, let me git add. You'll see a magic over here. It is not a magic, it is a security protocol. Git add git commit some m edit secrets. Okay, and env. I think we cannot install another one. There is this. Trivy. Where do we install Trivy? Okay, Trivy we have installed. So what does Trivy do? You can find Trivy image, like you have to scan any particular image for any vulnerability. So you can install it like this. Okay, these are some basic commands. There are much more like if you have to scan AWS account, that is also available. Then if scan config file, okay, for misconfiguration, like we have config.py, then file system scan, image scan, Kubernetes. It is these are experimental features which are currently being scanned, and SBOM. Okay, so SBOM is I could not recall the root, the full form of this. Uh, it basically it is a list of all the dependencies that we have in a particular system. So let's give it a try. Trivy image, okay, and we want our, let's say, which image do we have? Python, Python 12 slim, right? Python 12 slim. Let's run it. Right. So need to update the DB. So it basically has a vulnerability database. It pulls it, downloads it, and then check the vulnerabilities against it. Okay. So it takes some time. I have created ap south one docker file config.py. I think only these two are required. We have already created this one. Hmm, that is fine. So anyway, it is not going to use this. Edit secrets. Git push. At in some point, what happens, like there are multiple different databases for specific, like uh, Java, JDBC database and everything. So yeah, here is the complete list, okay, of all the vulnerabilities that has been detected. So how can you check it over here? You can see, okay, these are the vulnerabilities that it has found. Okay, one critical. So it is very risky container image. Okay, one critical, and since we have used it as a base image, it will be a little more difficult for us. Okay, high 8, medium 23. So this is how a container image is being. And there is one more thing, that image Trivy. Suppose you just want to Trivy image hyphen h. So it actually provides you, like if you have to use a particular Cyclone DX. It is a format of SBOM report that you can use. Then scan container image. Yeah, here. Okay. So this is the severity tag. Suppose you just want only the high and critical ones. Okay. Image. I'm just pasting it. Severity high and critical. So it already has the database installed, so it will provide, like, this is the uh, this particular library. So install, use this tool in your system as well. Like how many high severities? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, 8 high vulnerabilities are available. And it also installed version. What is the current installed version? Okay, this is the current installed version. Status affected. Okay, this particular thing is affected. Let me just install, like, docker. Okay, let's just install it with I just check it with R, because it, I don't know if it will trigger any alert or not. But uh, since it is a public repository, so you will find there is it not pushing or what? There is one more tool. Okay, yeah, push decline due to repository rule violation. Okay, repository rule violation. What is repository rule violation? Here you can see. Okay, you can, it won't allow you to publish, it won't allow you to push any of the changes. Okay, so push cannot contain secrets. Okay, so these secrets are very much you cannot publish it. So this is another level of security. Even though if you have if you have added any of the secret, okay, there is this very good tool, TruffleHog. Okay, TruffleHog security. It scans all the, I have used it in past. It scans, like if in your, not in the current commit, it scans all the previous commits as well. Okay, if you have any of suppose it is created in Python, so you can download it directly, like Python pip3 install pip, let me just check pip3 hyphen v. Both of them are same. Okay. Pip install TruffleHog. Okay, so TruffleHog is also a great tool. Why is it surely changes the number of I'll just go here and you can find, yeah, has it created a VNV? Oh, I You can override this at the risk of breaking your Python installation or OS bypassing. Okay, this environment is externally managed. Install packages. So I might try. Let me just try. App sudo apt get install. So here total 107 vulnerabilities are detected. Okay, 107, and since we have added some more, git image s3 docker images s3 file manager. Okay, s3 file manager 1.2. Let's see. So it will definitely increase the number since we have multiple. Oh, okay, filter. Unable to initialize scanner, unable to initialize the image scanner. Why is it not getting? Let me just run it with sudo. Okay, for sudo it is again downloading the DB. Let me just check what is the solution for this. Okay, I think the Docker group is already created. Let me just sudo. First of all, I'll just take the groups. Yeah, Docker groups is created. Sudo do sudo user mod g docker user. Okay, that is also done. New group docker. Okay, now let me just try Trivy scan. Let me just copy this one. If your scanning is slow, please try. Is sudo working? Let me just check. Sudo is also failing. Okay, so I have tried a different approach. What I did is I have uploaded my Docker Hub credentials. Where it is? Yeah. Okay, so I have uploaded this container image to here, and then I ran the same command. Okay, so it gets started. Earlier it was failing, so that's how I fixed it. So this is Trivy file manager. The same container name is like I have uploaded it on the Docker Hub and then started it. So still the vulnerabilities are the same. Okay, and so this is the way that we can install. Then there is unknown, like too high vulnerabilities are in Python packages. Okay, this is in Python setup tools. Okay, setup tools tools is the package where these two high level function vulnerabilities have been detected. So this is the way that you can check. Okay, and fix these. Suppose if I want to check like which container image is here. I think okay, permission denied. Why is the permission denied? Let me just run it with sudo. Okay, so this is how it looks like. You can export this output in multiple formats. Like I have, I'll just use it. Trivy. Okay, it is also working. You can save the output for your reference in multiple different formats like JSON. We have this. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll image hyphen f hyphen h. Sorry, hyphen h. And in this you can find the different kinds of output that can be used. Here output, okay, output file name, okay, output format, table, JSON, template, the cyclone dx, okay, cosign vulnerability if we want to use it, then GitHub format. So multiple different formats you can try it. Okay, by default it is table format. So suppose I have to export it, export it using hyphen hyphen output. Okay, where did it go? Format, and so you can host podman, you can use, you can docker host. Okay, if you want to check with the if there is a custom docker daemon path, docker daemon socket that you are using. Okay, so multiple things you can check. DB flags, okay, database repository, which one, like if you want to fetch any particular like this java DB repository, it is a very huge one. Okay, then DB only, java DB only, multiple things you can use. Where was that output? file name output plugin. Let's just say Trivy, Trivy scan dot. I'll just save it like this. So it will create a file in this format. Okay, you can find it as per your requirement, but it is mostly like a Git repo. So let me. You can also publish it like hyphen format. Let's say GitHub previous scan dot GitHub. I'm just saving it like this. Okay, so this will be used. Let's just publish this on our GitHub and see what it looks like. Changes, Trivy scan, both of them I'm just uploading. Added Trivy scan results. Okay, so this Trivy scan is getting pushed. I think it will fail because we have this. This is a much better using Trivy plugin. Trivy plugin report. We have it available with us. Let me just try this one if we can. uh, It converts JSON. Vulnerability scanning is enabled. Secret scanning is enabled. If you are scanning it, unknown flag. Let's see. Trivy plugin. What is needed? Trivy plugin install. Let me just install it. JSON and it can be directly output. This one is much better. Failed to download. GitHub must be available and on path. Must Git must be available. Okay, some there is okay. So as of now, what we have done over here is we have at least like scanned the image. Okay, and it is a third party. I'm not installing this plugin. It seems a little bit fishy. Okay, that is fine. So anyway, you can try multiple different methods, and in JSON also, JSON is also a very good template. There is one more thing that I'm also planning to show the output, which is the SBOM. Okay, SBOM is a very important thing. Mm, Trivy image hyphen h grab SBOM. I have worked. You can search it. Mm, what is SBOM actually? Okay, it is some list of packages, software bill of materials. Okay, so what package, what version that we have used, it is a very interesting thing. I have worked in past on this one. So it has all the dependencies, all the what we can say packages you have installed, and you can anyway check it out. Okay, so this is the SBOM report. And what is actually SBOM? Yeah, cyclone dx that we have seen. So it is a standard format for this one. So what we'll do, we'll export it as cyclone dx as of in this output SBOM dot cyclone dx. Or let me just delete this. I don't want env file to go inside again. I think it will fail because one of the commit is having that particular file. Yeah. Added Trivy scan result, added secret, and in here you can find the secret, so that's why it will fail. Okay, we need to revert this, or we need to revert this particular change. Okay, so this is how GitHub is blocking not even the current commit, it is blocking the. Okay, I probably need to reset to this. Reset is a very it is a double-edged sword. Okay, okay, so this is the cyclone dx format. You can check multiple things over here, like it provides license detail for each of the dependencies. Okay, sometimes there are some such licenses that are not suitable for an enterprise application. Okay, So you should avoid those packages. So be careful while using like any of the open source package and anything before publishing your application to prod environment. So it is recommended to check for all these vulnerabilities, your licenses, your package version, who created it, is it deprecated, or is it still in maintenance. Okay, so there are multiple things you can transform created. Okay, so you should check everything over here. So this is something that you can use. Now moving toward like the third one, which is the secret scanning. Okay, Trivy already provides secret scanning. Okay, secret scanning in repo. And next one is vulnerability scanning, container image. Okay, container image. So if you are passing any of the uh, application, then it should be you should check it. Okay, you should be careful, like what are the changes that we are what are the things that we are pushing to contain to the repository or container image. So this is where you can use Trivy for that. Then I don't think TruffleHog. Okay, still TruffleHog is not getting installed, so I'm just leaving TruffleHog for now because anyway, see it. I want soft delete. Okay, I only want these two. Okay, added Trivy scan. So unless you don't know how to use the reset command, what is the exact purpose, don't touch it. Okay, otherwise you might lose your code, lose your changes, and not even there isn't any way to recover it. Okay, so I have used the soft reset, which will allow me to keep all the change file as unsaved changes. But still, then there is a mixed type also. So mixed is actually, mixed is helping, it will keep the commit, only resets the head. Like here the head is main. Okay, let me just refresh it. I think origin okay, origin and main both are on the same. Let's go check. Where is, I'll show you one more thing over here. I'll just add all the envs directly into this one. Okay, so github format. Okay, this is the github format. Let's not like, it is saved like this. Let me just try to rename it. If we can save it as .md. Okay, .md, where it is. Yep, table.md. Okay, now it is saved as a table. It is used for secret scanning. Okay, and we already have done it using, if where is the TruffleHog? Yeah. So if you read it over here, so TruffleHog basically checks in which commit we have which of the here monitoring get Jira, we take revenue. Okay, TruffleHog is the most powerful secret discovery, classification, validation, and analysis tool. Okay, so API key, database, password. So it has multiple scanning things. So you can check it out. Now what I'm doing is, so now we have created everything. Now let's just recreate our container image. Okay, I think my sandbox environment got, mhm, let me just create it for 2 hours. Okay, so this is, I think this file would not be visible to us. It is a complete mess. Trivy image scan, GitHub format. I mean, a hash bomb. Let me just try this one. What formats do we have? Let's keep it this way. And Trivy scan.serif. Okay, so now we have learned about the Trivy tool. Okay, you can check it, you can convert into multiple formats that are being used, and publish it according to your requirements. Then there is one more thing, that one is the final thing. So prevent your container image from like reverse engineering. So what uh, let us say, how can I image format template? Oh, okay. I have to create a template, basic markdown template. It's better if I just keep it like, I'll just rename this. It would be much better. Only this thing has changed. What can we do over there is, there is this cosign. Okay, cosign docker image. Let's see, Bitnami cosign, not Bitnami. Six store, six store. So container, I'll just search um, docker image signing tools. Six stores cosign and notary. So notary and six store cosigns are it is very common. Okay, I'll just go with sneak container signing container image six store notary. Where is signing container cosign? Okay, so this is the cosign part where cosign. How can we install six store cosign. Say install six store cosign and Ubuntu. Okay, go install. Okay, let's see. I don't know if go would work or not. Binary D package, invalid version. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Okay, I think our container our environment would be ready. So let's see. Okay, my container image is working. Let's see if I'm able to access. I don't think it will create the S3 bucket, but still I'm just trying to. 5000 admin password. Is it working or not? Okay, some error occurred. Specified bucket does not exist. So it has a limited capability. Let's just create the bucket name. What is the bucket name? Use bucket. I don't know if this bucket would get created. I just create a simple bucket. I want to be created it in episode. I just for now I am just making it insecure. Server side encryption S3 bucket key enabled. Yeah, I think that is fine. Only uppercase. Bucket name must not contain any uppercase. Okay, I think I am only allowed to use this. No worries. We can anyway update the code bucket. So this S3 bucket are global resources, so you must keep the name unique. Okay, this particular container image is, okay. I'll just publish it over here. If and we have US East one, US East one. Okay, I think I have to recreate the container image. These things should also be converted. Okay, so now I'm able to use. Let me just upload any of the file. Let me just go and upload any thumbnail. Upload. Okay, it is visible. So please select a file. and let's see inside our container. Okay, so this particular file is available. Let me upload it directly from here. Let's see. Cosign command not found. Where have we installed? I do have installed Cosign, right? Or we just have installed Go. Is the Python. Okay, let me just upload it. Okay, some successfully uploaded. Let's refresh it. Okay, so thumbnail is also visible. Okay, let me download it somewhere. Yeah, I'm able to download it, download the exact image. So this is working very well. So our application is as of now working. You can anyway. So, but there is one thing where let me just go back to our cosign. So this thing is working. That is fine. But what if we have to prevent it from reverse engineering, or prevent it from some kind of theft? Okay, how can anyone trust that our container image is working fine? So it is a valid container image or anything. So how can anyone believe it? So for that, there is one thing that I think it is still didn't get installed. So that is the what we can say. That is the difference between having knowledge and having experience. Okay, knowledge is okay. Knowledge is fine that you have. Okay, but unless you have the experience, like what is the version, how is so doing things in actual way, doing things in actual environments, hands-on is most important to learn something. Okay, by gathering the knowledge, by learning something, you can only get to know only the basic things. Okay, but to become like intermediate, advanced, and expert of something, okay, you need to use some kind such kind of tools and technologies. You need to work on the hands-on part, so that is most important thing that is over here. Okay, so this by this method, okay, I let it get pushed. Let's see what it will show. It is too much of a work, so I'm just not image format Trivy report. It's called container image signing. Okay, so how can we publish it? Let me just show you one thing. Docker images, Docker push. This file need to be pushed. Oh, 1.2. This is as of now running. Suppose if I want to open this file, I can open it directly on the, because my bucket is as of now in public. Okay, it is a public image URL. I'm able to install Cosign. Okay, Cosign, clean, attach, attest, then login, verify. There are multiple things over here. So I'm just going to notice the container name, image name. This is the container image name. Okay, yes, attach that. Oh, I do have to log in. How come? So it if you don't create any key, so it will ask you to create use the cloud, because I have used it, but it didn't ask me to sign any key. There is one command that we can use. Okay, access denied. I think I have not configured the public access correctly, but that is fine. Anyway, we only have only want to access it like this. So suppose here, if you can see, this digest is generated. Okay, this digest is generated when we push the container image to the repository. Unless you won't see like let me just say Docker images. Suppose in this, let's just inspect this container image. Docker image describe this public key, get a public key, generate, yeah, generate key pair. So this command is mkdir cosign cosign generate key pair. No password, no password. Okay, this key has been created. So now what I'll do, I think inspect is the right command. Import inspect. Inspect is the correct one. What have I put? Key cosign dot key. I think key cosign dot key. Personal data of any other person. Do you understand it? Agree. Just say, pushing the signature. Okay. So I'll just show you. I think the container image has been pushed. I'll just show you one thing. My hub. Okay. So there are two container images. Okay. This images image inspect. That's 3 1.2. So if I just go into this, you might see this is ID is available, parent ID is also available, but I don't see digest. Let me just grab digest. Okay, digest is not available. However, if I just use here also digest not available, how can it be? The where it, okay, digest D is capital. Here if you can see repo digest, okay, repo digest, okay, it is parent repo digest, and this is the container image digest. Okay, this is parent digest, and parent digest is available from which we have created. So if I just go, if I select this and go back to our docker container image, uh, docker hub, I would just search python, python, what was the tag name? 3.12, 3.12 slim, 3.12 slim, okay, slim, this one, and you just check the digest. Okay, this is index digest, parent digest, index digest, somewhere it should be mentioned. Manifest digest, is it the same? Yeah, manifest digest, I think it is something different. So anyway, we have installed the cosign. Okay, let's see how can we install, how can we sign the container image. Custom infrastructure, signing a container, let's go. So for this we also need to create uh, this key pair. Okay, general signing format, sign it with key pair. So if we want to sign it with a key, that is the most recommended way, but as of now I'll just cosign. There are two tags probably. There are two tags. Okay, here if you just go in this file, so here you can see everything, like each of the command, which one have you used, like for path, local win, okay, env lang, c. So it will provide like everything is open over here. Okay, work dir app, anyone can know, like okay, you are what you are doing. Suppose if someone copied your container image, okay, pulled your container image, and they want to reverse engineer it, so they can know where to go, what you have run, what you have done. Okay, however, in this particular, image layers are not being shown. Okay, so it won't show any of the image layer. So if you want to check it, you can directly check it over here. And suppose you want to validate if it is a, if the signing logs, git sign, signing other types, verifying, let us verify our container image, validate our container image. Okay, so store verify image URL, certificate identity, I don't know. So you can share the public key. Okay, public key with others, and you can ask them to verify, okay, this is my container image. So here this is the verify command that you can use. So I'm just publishing it over here, and let me just check. And how is it saving your image? I'll just show you one as well. So critical identity, what is it showing? Verified against the specific public key. So it is verified. Okay, your public key is verified. That is that is how you can, and how you can do. You can make one more thing over here. So this is the verification part. You can actually, let me just Manifest digest is here. Yeah, so you can directly pull this container image, okay, and deploy it anywhere. So no one would be able to know like what is inside the container image. Let's just see. Docker pull. So it is pulling the container image. So here, if you have paid some, you have noticed this. Okay, cosign sign. So here, so this digest is used as the image tag for this particular container image. Okay, unsupported media type application, vdev, cosign. What is it? Why is it? Let me just validate it once. Validation is successful. Signature is keyless mode. So this will, this actually prevents like, it will set up a trust. Okay, it will set up a trust between like, okay, this is a signed image, and you have downloaded anything that is very that is trustworthy. Okay, that is coming from, it is not tempered, or it is not coming from any unknown source. Okay, so that is how you can create and update your container image. So I think that is create, update, secure, and prevent tampering with your container image. So these are some of the changes that some of the things that you can use. Okay, so verify, sign. Yeah, that's all for this session. Let me know what you think, and yeah, please share your views in the comments, and let's connect soon. So thank you all. Have a nice day.